Well, here we are again, people. After the Jays had won 5 straight and we're feeling good. Yesterday they have a whomping over the Orioles. We're like, oh, this team's figured it out. The bullpen's been good lately. The offense is cruising. You're getting great starts. This is beautiful to watch. They put up this. The Jays lose 6-5 in 10 innings to the Baltimore Orioles. But that's not the reason I'm wearing this guy. The Jays had a 5-1 lead in the 8th inning, and they blew it. 4 runs scored in the 8th inning. Chadwood stunk. Saucedo stunk. And you give up 4 runs in the inning. Chadwood starts off the inning with 2 walks, and just like that, you're like, oh boy, here we go. Chadwood's, he's back to that after that great 4 last outings. Oh, he's back to normal. He's back to doing good. Nope, he's back to being Tyler Chatwood. And Saucedo gives up some hits. He gave about, what was it? He allows 2 hits in the game, in that 1 inning. There were so many things wrong with this ball game. But we'll get to it all in a second. Bottom of the 2nd inning when things start to go great. George Springer goes down and gets a pitch. Beautiful solo bum. And I'm mad that I can't really talk about that a whole lot right now because that's not the talking point of this game. First hit back from the IL, he gets a bomb. The Jays lead at 1-0. Then top of the 3rd inning, Freddie Galvis scores on a ground out. Severino scores on a Freddie Galvis ground out. The problem is the reason Severino got on base was Bo Bichette, a routine ground ball that he fires it wide of Vladdy at first, and it goes into the dugout. They get second on the play. That's the number 9 hitter, and he gets second base in the play with nobody out. A few batters later, it's an RBI ground out, and it's a 1-1 ball game. That's not going to get talked about a whole lot, but that play's got to get made. The routine snot has to be made. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Vladdy hits a bomb. All right, 25 home runs for Vladdy, and the Jays are back in front 2-1. Good stuff. Bottom of the 4th inning, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hits an infield single to 3rd. Randall Grichuk comes in to score. All right, the Blue Jays now have a 3-1 lead, right? Yeah, 3-1 lead. This thing squeezed my head a little tight. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, Marcus Semien rips the ball down the 3rd baseline. Reese McGuire comes in. Gurriel comes in. The Jays have a 5-1 lead in the bottom half of the 7th inning. In comes Tyler Chatwood. He walks the first 2, then gives up a single. Then they bring in Saucedo. He gives up a single. Then he gives up a double. And they score 4 runs in the damn inning. Mountcastle singles. Mullins scores. Santander, it's an RBI single. Galvis comes in to score. Then Austin flippin' Hayes hits a 2-run double. Santander and Mountcastle come in to score. And they tie it at 5. Before I go any further, people, stop blaming Charlie Montoyo. All right, I was blaming him earlier in the year, but now I've realized the bullpen overall just sucks. Other than Jordan Romano, who's been unbelievable this year and was great again today, the bullpen's been flat out terrible. Inconsistent, and when they're not good, they are downright awful. There's no in between. It's either you're spot on, you don't allow a run, or you give up 5 in an inning. And you just can't have that happen. By the way, going into today's game, the Baltimore Orioles, get this, had lost 20 straight road games. They were 0-20 in their last 20 road games, and you blew a 5-1 lead and lost in extras. But we ain't done yet. We ain't done it. Not only do they tie, we'll go to the top of the 10th inning. Trent Thorne comes in to pitch, and he hits a pop out in the first at bat. I'm like, all right, nobody moves up. Perfect. Then he just loses the strike zone, right? Just completely can't find it. He walks 3 in the inning, and he walks Pat Valaika. The pinch hitter, Pat flippin' Valaika, to give them the lead. But I think it was either that same at bat or a previous at bat. It was popped up to Randall Grichuk, and he's on the run, and he's got to make that play. Grichuk got to make that play. You always hear in baseball, if the ball hits your glove, you got to make that play. And it was a playable ball. He misses it, then you walk in the go-ahead run. Look how this game changed. Through the first 7 innings, the Jays are up 5-1. They got a great start. I mean, they managed to throw up a good clean inning in the 7th. You're feeling fantastic, and then bang! Everything just hits you all at once. Grichuk making the error. Thorne can't find the zone in the 10th. You blow up in the 8th. Just a complete disaster. But then we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and I'm not going to blame Vladdy, but it was just a big situation, and he probably hit it in literally the worst spot he could have. Literally the worst spot possible. Because Marcus Semien started off at second base. Bo Bichette walks on 4 pitches, and we're like, okay, this is great. Then Vladdy in the first pitch grounds into a double play. Was that the first pitch? Either way, he grounds into a double play, short second, first, and you have a guy at third with 2 out for Hernandez, and you need a clutch knock, and he strikes out. Those last 3 innings, the 8, 9, and 10, what the hell happened? You know, and we keep hearing about, Merriweather and Baraki are on their way back. They won't be back till mid to late July, right? So that's at that point, you're probably in a terrible situation. You're not adding if this team keeps this pace up. Yes, they won 5 straight. Well, they won 5 straight. They had a 5-1 lead over the damn Orioles. I keep seeing in the comments that they win, but it's the Orioles. Well, you just lost. So it's just like, it's a complete disaster waiting to happen, right? And their bullpen is just not good enough. They're banking on guys coming up from AAA, Saucedo and Patrick Murphy to come up here and be like, hey, they're different arms. Maybe they'll just catch lightning in a bottle and be amazing. We're all hoping and praying that happens, but it's not. Going into yesterday's game, Murphy had an ERA of 11, obviously in very, 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 very small sample size, but tells you how he hasn't been great. And Saucedo, he saw what happened today. And it just kills a great Alek Manoah outing. Vladdy went 2 for 5 in the game with a run scored, the RBI on the home run that he hit. Gurriel's been swinging the bat really well, 3 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI for him. But you don't get the clutch knocks down the stretch. But I can't blame the offense. You score 5 runs, you should win a ball game. You have a 4-run lead in the 8th inning, you should win a ball game. This team just can't do it, though. Alek Manoah, like I mentioned, was fantastic again today. Had a little location problem there early in the ball game, but really settled in nicely. 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, and walked 2. And that 1 run was not an earned run because of the Bo Bichette error in the top half of the 3rd. He was fantastic. Tim Mays went a clean inning, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout. And then Tyler Chow went a 1/3 of an inning. Allowed 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 strikeout, and he walked 2. Not very good at all. And Tyler Saucedo gets 1 guy out, gives up 2 hits and 1 earned run, but he obviously helped with the 3 runs for Chatwood. So look at the lines for those 2 guys in the 8th inning, right? They combined going, 2/3 of an inning, allow 3 hits, 4 runs, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. That is atrocious. But that's our 8th inning guy. What else does this team have? And then Jordan Romano, as I mentioned, he's been stellar. He went an inning in the 3rd, allows 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He was great. And then Trent Thorne goes in 1 inning, allows 1 run, and walks 3. What else is there to say? I've let it all out. It's just awful to watch right now because you cannot trust this bullpen. And we talked about in previous videos how it's forcing the offense to do even more. And it's putting the pressure on them to do even more. You had a 4-run lead in the 8th inning. You got to lock that damn thing down. But this team just doesn't have the capabilities to do it. You can't blame Charlie. The bullpen is terrible. The starting pitchers tomorrow is Keegan Aiken for the Baltimore Orioles, and Hyun Jin Ryu gets the ball for the Blue Jays. It's a 3:07 first pitch there at Salem Field. Look, you win that ball game, you're back into the win column. You're back to 3 games over 500, and we can kind of somewhat forget about this loss, even though it's still going to linger because it was a downright terrible loss. I just want to see a win tomorrow. As much as this was a terrible game, you get right back on the horse and you play tomorrow afternoon. They got to get a win. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and if you're a Jays fan and just didn't really enjoy this game at all because it was a terrible ending, smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM to all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys Jays edition, obviously, tomorrow, well, I guess technically be the evening. 3:07 first pitch at Salem Field. Keegan Aiken gets the ball for the Orioles. Hyun Jin Ryu gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Let's just get a win. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.